This is the TV Podcast with Chuck Thomas and Greg Scott.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the TV Podcast. As always, I'm joined by the bearded man, which is Mr. Greg Scott. How are you, Greg?
I've grown a beard! I've grown a beard on my face, which, is better than growing one on your knee, but I'm just playing around, see what it does.
For the first time in this podcast, I'm going to say something positive about the television industry.
Yeah! Well, why am I cheering? I love the misery, but go on.
This month, 3 shows have proven that if you give the people what they want, they will watch traditional broadcast television.
Of course.
Celebrity Traitors, 15 million.
That's extraordinary.
Strictly Come Dancing, 8 million.
Mm-hmm.
Great British Bake Off, 7 million. And even ITV had a hit with a show called Trigger Points, very successful drama.
With Vicky
5 million.
Yeah.
So, what can we learn from this?
Give people what they want. It's not rocket science. I don't know, we month after month, we mention programs that are coming up, that have been commissioned, that haven't been on before, and we both know that they're not going to work. And sure enough, they don't. So why are these people in jobs who commission these shows? What is so difficult about knowing which shows will work and which won't? It's just unbelievable. You don't have to chuck a load of money at stuff if you've got the talent and if you know what people want. You can do it for a reasonable cost. I'll never get it as long as I've got a hole for an anus.
I don't understand it. I don't get why it's so difficult. And you may say, because it's so hard to have a hit.
I wouldn't say that.
It's like lightning in a bottle. But the thing is, if you haven't worked in TV, I promise you, every production company in this country has an idea that will be a huge hit. It's just not being bought.
It's about getting it away. It's about getting it commissioned.
Yeah. And I tell you why it's not being bought, because it's not from Banijay or whoever is currently in vogue, like Studio Lambert.
Yeah.
Now, good for those production companies. I'm just saying those hits are out there. They're just not being bought.
It's crazy. I've mentioned before about a pilot show, a game show that I did years ago, recorded it in Paris, an English language
Hold on to
version.
your seat.
Hold on to your seat.
Very good.
Honest to God, I know I'm biased because I hosted it. It's an amazing format. It's not just the gameplay. It is also the fact that from day to day, you want to see the defending champion lose their seat. All the gameplay is weighted in favor of the champion. They can win up, 100, 150 shows, and there's not a lot of prize money. They probably win between
so it's like
$1 and
Jeopardy.
$2 grand.
You've always got to try and beat the...
Yeah, but as I say, it's
winner.
so unfairly weighted in their favour, the champion. But there's other elements as well. You can buy the person out of their chair. If you beat them, you can buy them out. It's honestly, it's so good.
Now, everyone in the business seems to be putting the success of Traitors down to Claudia Winkleman. So she's now been given her own talk show made by Graham Norton's production company. And I think that's smart. I think Claudia is very likeable. But she's not the main reason why that show is a huge hit.
I think she contributes to it. I think she's very good. And
I think we do know, though,
that
there's going to be a lot of Traitors-type shows coming along. And I believe you've got some ideas about that.
Yes, I've been giving this some thought. There's going to be, there's already been, after the decent success of the show, there's already been Traitors-style programs.
There was The Inheritance on Channel 4.
Yeah, with Rob Rinder and...
Rob Rinder was a mistake.
Thingy.
He was a mistake.
Well, yeah. I know nothing about his personal life, but they're obviously now it's exploded. They're going to flood the screens with different Traitor-style shows. And I'd like to go through some of the ideas that I've had, Chuck, if I may. May I?
I would like to hear those.
I will do that right now. Okay, starting with The Waiters. 10 celebrities serve food in a posh restaurant whilst donning a fringe covering 80% of their eyes, with hilarious consequences because they can barely see and they're going to dish out things like soup and it'll be hilarious.
That's a hit.
The Waiters. Stop me if you've had enough. The Gators.
Yes.
The Gators, 15 celebrities thrown into an alligator pit at Bristol Zoo. Anyone come to mind who you'd like to see on that?
Well, Donald Trump would enjoy that because he's got alligator Alcatraz.
Of course he has,
Yes.
yeah. And finally, the Fellators.
Oh,
yes.
what's that?
That's a look back at the incredible 50-year career of Gillian Tailforth.
Gillian Tailforth, who, of course, was Kathy
Kathy
in
in
EastEnders.
EastEnders.
I'm surprised you didn't do the Masturbators. I was waiting for that.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Who would be on that, Greg?
Me.
ITV is enjoying success with the 25th series of I'm a Celebrity. This year, they have delivered the biggest names ever. Now, I'm going to go through the list, and I want you to give me one word for each star. Okay? So, first up, Ruby Wax.
Oh, I love Ruby. Legend.
That's 3 words.
Legend.
That's 4. Legend. Lisa Riley.
Meh.
Angry Ginge.
I can't comment because I don't know who. I don't know. I don't know. But apparently he's the favourite to win it.
Now, I've got to say, because I don't know who this is, but I think young people love this chap, whoever he is. But when I first saw it, I thought it said Angry Minge.
Who knows? He may turn out to be a bit of one.
I'm not joking because, quite often they have drag queens on these shows.
Yeah.
So I thought Angry Minge was a drag queen. Like Blue Hydrangea.
If there's not an Angry Minge, there will be now.
Vogue Williams.
Bland.
H.
Right, we're not talking to him from Steps, are we?
Now, I don't know who H is, but I would imagine that lots of people may call him H. Because a lot of young people, they use the silent H.
Absolutely not. If anybody says to me, H, I have to kick them right in the spleen. No idea.
But I heard he's got a good chance of winning.
Well, he must have a good agent to get on there.
Or a good agent.
A good agent,
Yes.
H. Yeah, well, what does he do? He's just social media, is he?
I think he's a rapper or a YouTuber, or possibly both. Sometimes they're wrestlers as well. They do it all now, don't they?
So they're going for the younger vote, clearly, the younger eyes.
Yes. An ITV spokesman said viewers love Angry Ginge and can't wait to see what he does next.
You're trying so hard not to say Angry Minge, aren't you?
ITV has commissioned a new dating show called Blind Matchmakers. In the show, 3 blind experts promise to change your love life and flip the script on everything you thought you knew about love.
They're not actually medically blind, are they?
They are medically blind.
Oh, they are?
Yes, that's why it's called Blind Matchmakers.
Oh, I thought he was like blind date, as in you just don't see.
No.
So they are blind.
3 blind experts are going to take charge of your love life.
Right.
And they will find you the love of your life. But they're blind.
But the experts are blind, the contestants are blind.
I think the contestants are blind as well.
I don't know what they see in that.
An ITV spokesman said, in a world obsessed with appearances, filters and first impressions, what happens when destiny is put in the hands of someone who can't see? We have Blind Date. That's returning to Disney+. That was obviously the big show
about that, yeah.
with Cilla Black in the 80s.
Any word
and
on
90s.
who's hosting that yet?
I would imagine Stephen Mulhern or Holly Willoughby.
Holly Willoughby.
I would imagine so.
Or Alison Hammond.
Alison Hammond would be great at that, actually.
She would, actually.
There's
That would be a
also
very good gig.
a very successful show on Netflix called Love is Blind.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a lot of blindness going on in these shows. And this is the first time a show will actually have a blind person within the show. So blind matchmakers, blind contestants, blind love.
So once again, it's a case of Love is Blind was successful and execs have gone, blind, we've got to do more blind, lost more blind. So where's it going to end?
Well, I will defend it in one way, though.
Go on, defend it in one way, though.
We sit here every month talking about TV.
Yes.
And saying, oh, this is like something else.
Yeah.
And the Traitors did so well. We're going to have 20 versions of the Traitors.
Yeah.
I've never, ever heard this idea before.
Okay.
It's a truly unique idea.
Okay.
So
your thoughts, do you think it's going to be a success or do you think it's just
I don't think it will be a success because it's on ITV.
Right.
However, it does feel...
ITV 1 or 2 or 3 or 4?
All of them, because it's ITVX now.
Of course,
synergy.
yes,
It's
of course.
synergy.
Yes.
But I would imagine if you were to do this with a very well-known YouTuber like Mr. Beast.
Or Angry Minge.
Or I think it would do well there. But ITV, it's usually the place where good ideas go to die. I kind of think of it like that. It's not where the audience is, except for the Jungle Show, because they love the jungle.
Yes, for the opening episode got 6.6 million, which in this day and age they must be pleased with that. I was probably expecting around 5.
They will absolutely add 1 million on ITVX for that as well.
Yes,
I think that's
at least
phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I think you have to get to the stage now where you look at the percentage of the TV audience watching. That's what tells you what is a hit.
Absolutely.
And if you look at Strictly's like 48% of the audience are watching that. That's a huge number. And I bet I'm a Celeb was probably the same number. If you've got half of the population with their TVs tune into you,
you're absolutely
then
there.
Advertisers want to be there.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
Much like this podcast.
Yes. Anybody who wants to sponsor us, get in touch.
We have had an energy bar so far. Joe Wicks, so yeah, that's a good start.
In fact, in the comments, if you'd like to suggest a product that could be our sponsor, think about what we do, think about what we are, the sort of people we are. Comment, please, about who would be a good sponsor for the TV podcast.
I would quite like Vagisil.
Is that because I'm an irritating cunt?
Yes. Children in Need returned to our screens this month and raised over £45 million for good causes. However, the BBC has faced criticism for having too many presenters.
When you are doing an appeal show, you are appealing to people to part with their money. You've got to connect, and you cannot connect properly with the audience if you're reading off an autocue, and so clearly reading off an autocue. Now, I know that people right now are going to be listening to me saying this and saying, but they raised a record amount, 45 million. I would make an announcement a week or two beforehand, and I would be very, very serious about it. And I would say, look, every year we trot out a show that is pretty expensive to make. It's
very expensive.
I mean, you look at the opening titles that they had this year. It was a Simpsons parody. And how much did that cost? It must have cost, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000 at least.
More than that as well. I think The Apprentice did a special sketch, which would have been very expensive.
But the thing is, things like a sketch, fine. You know, it's part of the show and people are going to enjoy it. The opening titles were unnecessary. The opening sequence was unnecessary. All you need is Welcome to Children in Need. That 30 or 40 grand could have gone to good causes. 30 or 40 grand to one children's charity. There are some children's charity for whom that would be an extraordinary amount of money. I've seen them using pyros in the studio. Pyros aren't cheap. Again, that money. So I would like someone to come on next year before the show and say, look, the production is going to be, we're not going to spend as much on the production this year. That will be reflected somewhat in what you see, but we're going to get talented people in to make the show as good as we can based on them being talented. And the money that we would have spent on the production of this program, we're going to give to the charity.
Yeah.
And I'm sure viewers wouldn't have an issue with that. I'm absolutely sure.
I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine if you're making, let's say they made 45 million.
Yeah.
I suspect they probably spent 1 or 2 million on the production of that evening.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
And I think they probably look at that and go, well, we had to spend 2 million to make that 45 million for charity. And I suppose that's how it balances out. Now, doesn't that sound, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but doesn't that sound like a good deal?
It depends how that money is spent. If it directly impacts the amount that people are going to donate, fine. But there's so much, it's like the entire BBC. There is so much spent on stuff that really it could be done without.
And something that really bothered people this year is it's not like the old days when you could phone up and say, I'm going to give you £5. You now have to give in installments of 10, 20, 30 or 40.
Into paying certain amounts.
And you've got millionaires like Paddy McGuinness saying, give us 40 quid, it's only 40 quid.
Yeah.
Now, I know people who are well off who would even say £40 is a lot of money because the world has changed a lot now.
Absolutely.
But they're saying £40, it's only £40.
No, it's so wrong. That it's tone deaf. It's almost like Sky Sports Halo. It's completely...
Oh, that was a great story. Let's talk about it in a bit. Because
we'll come back to that. But I think there is so much wrong with children in need. More money could be raised. It could be a better show. It could be done cheaper. I've got a lot of problems with it, but at the same time, you can't argue with the fact that 45 million was raised. I know that the chief exec of the charity gets paid a lot and other staff, but without them, you've got to have people run it.
But that's the argument everybody says about charities, because if you want somebody who's very skilled to run a charity that makes a lot of money, you need to pay them a couple of $100,000.
And they have to be...
Otherwise, they would
It has to be a full-time job for them.
Exactly. So it's all about the balance. And if the BBC really believe that in order to make 45 mil, they need to spend 2 mil, then that's an okay deal. I don't know either way. Yeah. But like anything, it's a big company, and big companies bleed through money. One more thing about children in need. Nobody ever thanks the unsung heroes. And I want to mention the guy who wears that bear costume.
Oh, in a hot studio.
Every single year, he stands there.
Is it a guy?
It's a guy, and I tell you why. The guy who plays Pudsey, who sticks that bear head on, he's played that bear every single year since 1980.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And he died in 1992. What's worse, he's still in there. It's like Wigan at Bernie's. They just wheel him out. They can't get the head off.
Oh, my God.
He's dead. Pudsey the bear is dead. Channel 4 is launching a new puppet show called No Strings Attached, hosted by Mel Giedroyc.
Mel Giedroyc! We don't see enough of her.
Now, do you think this could be as successful as her primetime Saturday night show Win-Win?
Well, have you got any more information on the show?
Well, I have got some more information. Would you like some more information?
Feed it to my ears.
This series was recorded 3 years ago for Channel 4, but was never shown. It's now going to be shown every Tuesday on E4. Why was this stuck on a shelf for 3 years?
There's only one answer to that. It was crap. I mean, Channel 4, it's no secret that they're a bit tight on money at the moment. They've had it on the shelf, and now they're going to put it out because they need to fill the time somehow.
Do you think it was so good that people felt like we need to keep this until the time when the channel is really suffering and this will save us?
Absolutely not. Tell me more about the show. What is it?
Well, I just wanted to ask you, talking of shows that have been sitting on the shelf, never been aired, do you remember a very famous show called My Man Can?
I do. It rings bells, but go on.
It was a game show hosted by Mark Wright and Melanie Sykes. It was for ITV.
Yes.
It was a huge Saturday night show. It had been a success all across the world.
It was going to be the new big thing.
ITV made their own version, never aired it.
No.
And I think it was the last thing Melanie Sykes ever did.
I wonder what the decision was. I mean, do you think they made it and saw that it just wasn't good and didn't show it, or what?
I think they were worried it was going to be too good.
I can barely tell what you're saying, Chuck, because your tongue is buried so deeply into your cheek.
Shall we go back to the No Strings Attached show?
Yes,
which we're all very excited about. In each show, 2 celebrity guests will be told to read an erotic fantasy, which will then be acted out by puppets.
Oh, my word. How erotic are we talking?
Well, I haven't seen the show, so I think we have to let our imaginations run wild.
Is this a tribute to the late, lamented Jilly Cooper, do you think? Is this why they're doing it?
Well, what does she do with puppets?
No, she wrote erotic fiction. She might have done something with puppets. I don't know. You never know nowadays.
Do you know, I actually had my own erotic experience with Britain's most famous puppet.
Nookie Bear?
No. Rod Hull and Emu.
Oh, yeah.
I was the last person to ever interview Rod Hull and Emu.
Really?
It was 1999. He died 3 days later.
Oh, my goodness.
And they aired it on News at 10. This is how my career...
The interview?
Yes. This is how my career began in this business, like that. And I don't know if you remember Emu, but his beak would always go towards a certain part of the anatomy.
The genitalia.
So I was the last person to ever be abused by Emu.
This is the thing, you see, because if he did go there, or there, or there, or there, or there...
He did.
He can say, well, it wasn't me, it was the emu.
It was the emu.
It wasn't me, nothing to do with me.
I worked with him twice. First time on another show called Timmy Towers, and he was an absolute gentleman. But he was a broken man, and it was very sad to see him towards the end because he'd lost all his money. He bought this big house, and he couldn't afford to basically keep up with the repairs.
And of course,
and he lost everything.
vet bills as well.
With the emu?
Yeah.
What was wrong with the emu?
Well, he'd get poorly, wouldn't he? He'd break his beak on a celebrity's arse.
But talking of this show,
yes,
no strings
which we
attached. They've got some huge superstar celebrity guests lined up. Now, these are the sort of celebs you never normally see on TV. You ready for this?
Right.
So they've got Scarlett Moffat, Melvin O'Doom, Kerry Katona, Colleen Nolan and Martin Kemp. So they'll be reading out erotic fantasies which will then be portrayed by puppets.
That's amazing.
And this has been on the shelf for 3 years.
These puppets will be human? Will there be humans and animals? I mean, how
what do you mean?
weird are we going?
What other kind of puppet is there?
Well, I don't know. I want to know.
These puppets will be human, yes.
Will there be robots involved as well?
No, puppets.
Yeah, but puppet robots.
What's a puppet robot?
A robot that's a puppet.
I've never seen a puppet robot.
Maybe there's a gap. Maybe we should invent one and go on Dragon's Den.
Well, maybe if the show's a huge hit after lying on that shelf for 3 years, in the next series they'll have puppet robots.
Can you think that it is going to be a hit and they're going to remake it?
Well, I've got a quote from a spokesman. A Channel 4 spokesman said, "This intimate, mischievous series catapults celebrities out of their comfort zones. It will be a night the celebrities and the viewers will never forget."
I'm going to say something now, right?
Yes.
And this is going to get people talking in the comments section of wherever we are right now.
Or TikTok. Very big on TikTok.
TikTok, YouTube,
TikTok
wherever.
loves you.
Well, everyone loves me. But here's the thing. It's not mischievous. It's mischievous. There's no extra
Well, no,
in
no.
it.
That's my fault.
No,
That's not Channel 4's fault. That's the way I said it.
Yeah, but you don't. You don't. Okay. In the comments, if there's a comment section, if you're listening online, and
I bet you say schedule.
I do say schedule because
It's schedule.
That's American. That's American.
No.
But I'm telling you now, mischievous is wrong, and so many people say it.
Kim Kardashian's new Disney Plus drama has been voted the worst television show of all time ever.
I'm sorry, I know nothing about this. She's doing a drama. She's acting.
Yes. The show is called All's Fair, and in the show, a group of female lawyers launched their own law firm. It currently has 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
This will surprise you. I've never been a fan of the Kardashians.
But you like big buttocks.
I like large things.
You like big butts. You cannot lie.
I cannot lie.
You cannot lie.
No. It's just when I say I like big buttocks and big boobies and stuff
And
like
you
that.
cannot lie.
But I cannot lie. So I'm not going to lie. But they have to be attached to a person who has something about them. Now, a lot of people
She's
probably...
studying for the bar.
She's what?
She's studying for the bar. She's
taking up alcohol?
No, she wants to be a lawyer, so she's got something going for her.
Right. Do you think she's going to be successful in this? I mean, it's just another series coming, isn't it?
She might be. Now, talking of flops, last month I quizzed you on ITV's biggest flops ever.
You did.
And everybody on TikTok loved this. So I thought, why don't we do it again this month?
Okay.
And I'm going to see if you can remember some of these sitcoms from hell. I will give you the titles if you can remember the stars.
Okay.
So first of all, Babes in the Wood.
Oh, that was Samantha Janus Janus, Denise Van Outen, and another lass.
Yes, it was ITV 1998 and Carl Howman.
Carl Howman from Brushstrokes.
Yes.
Because of you.
Next up, Big Top.
Amanda Holden.
2009, and she played a circus ring mistress.
That went well.
Bottle Boys.
Oh, Robin Asquith, about 1985. It was like a spin-off of... It was like Adventures of a Plumber's Mate.
It was, but with Milkman, a London Weekend TV.
Yeah.
The Brighton Bells.
That was ITV's answer to the Golden Girls, wasn't it? I can't remember who the stars were, though.
It was Sheila Hancock, Jean
I love
Boat,
her.
Wendy Craig, and it was the launch of Carlton TV. So Carlton TV got the license, and quite cleverly, they thought, why don't we license the biggest shows in America? It didn't work. They also did Married with Children with Russ Abbott. Do you remember that?
Yes, yeah. What do they call that? They called it something else.
Married for Life.
Married for Life, yeah.
And
I love Sheila Hancock. She's
great.
Wonderful woman.
That's a great lineup. 3 tremendous actresses.
It should have worked.
What they did wrong is they took the American scripts.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't transpose.
What you should do is, if you look at what happened with The Office was superb in the UK, and when they licensed it in the States, they rewrote it.
They adapted it, yeah.
They took the DNA of the show and they rewrote it.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
Absolutely.
Land of Hope and Gloria.
It does ring bells.
1992.
Give me initials,
ITV?
please. Give me initials.
SF.
Sheila Ferguson.
Yes.
Yes, it
That's
was.
amazing that
From
you know
the
that.
3 Degrees, yeah.
I believe she was King Charles's favourite singer.
Yeah, he loved the 3 Degrees. Yeah.
Mad About Alice.
Mad About Alice.
This actually surprised me because I've never seen this. 2 people you would never expect to see working together. It was 2004, the BBC. It was Amanda Holden and
Anne Widdecombe.
Jamie Theakston.
Of course!
He was an actor for 6 months.
Of course.
Now, the BBC has also leaked the lineup for the next series of Celebrity Traitors. Would you like to hear them?
Is this for real?
This is for real. It's out today in The Sun. So we're looking at Carol Vorderman.
Really?
Yes.
I suppose she's a good fit.
Thomas Skinner.
Oh.
Ekin Sue.
Oh, Love Island.
Yeah.
Lass, yeah.
Steve Brookstein.
What?
Ken Morley. Also, Frankie Kokoza and Dr. Hilary Jones.
Now I know you're joking.
No, this is
Frankie Kokoza.
This is the next lineup for Celebrity Traitors.
I wonder what he's doing now, Frankie Kokoza. Wow.
Channel 4 has commissioned an amazing new show called Hitler's DNA. In the show, scientists will reveal that the Nazi leader's genes have a mutation tied to a host of sexual issues. It gets worse.
No wonder he was angry.
I know, he was very angry. According to the DNA, he may also have had lower testosterone levels, and Hitler had a micro penis.
This is why he was always full of rage.
Yes, it's a great show, this. Also, this is what the DNA has found.
Yeah.
He had ADHD, autism, and schizophrenia. His score for autism put him in the top 1% of the population. So he had all of these issues going on at once.
Is this program designed to actually make us feel sorry for Adolf?
No, I think what, if anything, it's trying to make us understand what happened.
Why he was how he was.
Because at this time, there was never a diagnosis for just one of these things.
No.
Let alone all of these things.
Yeah.
And I think it explains why he was such a unique character, because he had all of these things going on at once.
That is amazing.
And imagine you put all of these things in a body of somebody who's also a megalomaniac.
Yeah.
This is what you create.
What a combo.
I mean, seriously, with DNA like that, he could have been a top TV executive. Donald Trump has announced that he's going to sue the BBC for $5 billion.
$5 billion, is it?
$5 billion. Are you worried this may affect some of the programming?
I've been giving this some thought.
Okay.
And if he does sue for, well, as you say now, $5 billion, cuts are going to have to be made. So I've been thinking on their behalf because, we know what the BBC and thinking does. It just doesn't compute. I've been thinking on the behalf of cuts they could make to existing hit shows that wouldn't really affect what you see on screen. So here we go. Beeb in Need.
Oh, what's that?
Beeb in Need. Deprived children run 6 marathons in 1 week to raise money for the BBC.
How deprived are these children?
Oh, deprived! But not as deprived of the BBC, God bless them.
I like it.
Every weekday at 7, you can see the 0.3 show.
I like it.
Yes.
Is still hosted by Alex?
Still hosted by Alex Jones, but she'll be in rags rather than, designer clothing.
Nice.
Bless her.
That's very good.
And finally, Have I Got Nudes for You? That is, Have I Got News for You, but without any wardrobe budget. So Paul Merton and Ian Hislop are sat there Billy Bollock naked.
I like it. And we could bring back Angus Staton. He'd probably do it for free.
Yes,
Save some money.
It's probably more in his yes.
He enjoyed getting naked.
I loved Angus. I thought he was
I loved him.
Fantastic.
Bring him back.
I think he was really, really badly served.
He was.
Yeah. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't hurt, and everything he did was consensual.
He was probably the first person to be cancelled.
Yeah, I really had a problem with that. I thought he was brilliant.
Now, I actually think you and I should run for Director General of the BBC because they're looking for a new DG. I've got my proposals. Replace the contestants on The Apprentice with the real-life management of the BBC. Make them compete for their jobs.
For their own jobs, yeah.
Let's see how good they are.
Yeah.
And finally, introduce
answer.
a BBC loyalty card. If you watch 10 hours of the One Show, you get a free episode of Mrs. Brown's Boys.
If you watch 10 hours of the One Show, you get free therapy.
ITV has announced that pop star Ray will be headlining Capital's Jingle Bell Ball next month, which got me thinking, we're always educating our audience about TV, but not about music. We should be doing all of it.
Well, it is the TV podcast, but
we're men of the world, though.
We are.
We're here to educate, entertain, and inform.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I was thinking, we can't play Ray's latest single, but...
Copyright and all that.
We've got the lyrics. So would you mind performing her number one song, Where Is My Husband?
That's the thing you sent to me
Yes.
earlier. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm sorry, I'm going to...
You are a top voiceover man.
Well, I don't like to.
This man was the voice of the Alan Titchmarsh Show.
I would like a ring. I would like a ring. I would like a diamond ring on my wedding finger. I would like a big and shiny diamond that I could wave around. And when the day is here, forgive me, God, that I could ever doubt it. Until death, I do. Is he about it? About it? About it? This man is testing me. Help me, help me, help me, Lord. I need you to tell me, where the hell is my husband?
Greg, that was lovely. Who needs Ray?
Are you moved? Are you moved?
Who needs Ray? I think you should be headlining the Jingle Bell Ball.
Oh, well, I do have jingly balls.
Well, you know, if that goes viral on TikTok, I think Ray should call you and ask you to perform with her on the Jingle Bell Ball.
I'll do it. Ray, call my agent. Oh, I haven't got one.
By the way, he also doesn't know who Ray is and thought Ray was a man. And on that bombshell, that's the end of the TV podcast. Thank you so much to Greg Scott. We shall be back again next month.
That's December.
That was the TV podcast with Chuck Thomas and Greg Scott.